It looks like it's true, guys. Charlie Munger dies at age 99. And for those of you guys who don't know, Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's ally, his best friend, or at least very close friend and business partner. They both owned and managed Berkshire Hathaway. But, we're seeing this, Bloomberg.com, CNBC. Many of the large news stations are actually covering this, and Warren Buffett's basically responding and reacting to the news that Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's long-time investing partner, has died at age 99. And, for those of you guys who followed Warren Buffett, he's one of the he's like the only he's the most successful investor, and his partner in crime is Eddie Munger. And just listening to these guys speak at some of the different Berkshire Hathaway annual meetings, the duo offer an incredible amount of wisdom, and they actually seem like pretty cool people to me. And it's really sad to hear this news, and I hate to bring this news to you guys. Whether you knew him or you didn't, he's a human being just like anyone else, and he will be missed by many. And in a world where business partnerships, often resemble alliances, the enduring friendship and the professional collaboration between Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett was nothing short of legendary. And, I pretty much, anytime I can get a hold of any kind of information that they're sharing, whether it's Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger, my ears are fine-tuned to listening to what those guys have to say. And, this is very sad news. This is very sad news. In fact, I was literally just listening to an annual shareholder meeting from Berkshire Hathaway not too long ago. And, it was like a 2-hour or 3-hour podcast or event. And just listening to the guy at 99 years old, you would not believe how sharp he was. And anyway, so, this sudden passing of Charlie Munger, it literally has cast a long shadow over the future of Berkshire Hathaway and, of course, the broader investment landscape. In fact, I want to kind of just reflect a little bit on this partnership between Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett and look at some of the businesses that they own together. And also, I want to look at the potential impact on how this is going to affect me and you and any other investor out there, because we knew that this would happen. But now that it has happened, where do we go from here? And, for those who might not be all that familiar with Berkshire Hathaway, they own companies like Apple. They own, American Express, Geico, Coca-Cola Company, Wells Fargo, Amazon, Dairy Queen, Kroger, Fruit of the Loom, just to name a few. And so this is no small event here, guys. But Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett's, their partnership has literally spanned over 6 decades and is literally categorized by a unique blend of contemporary skills, values, and friendship. Now, guys, really quick, we've got well over 300 people in here. Wow, you guys are flooding in here. I really appreciate you guys showing up on such short notice. If I can get each and every one of you guys to drop a quick like for the video, I would really appreciate that. If we can get the likes up to like 300, that would just be amazing. I really appreciate that, guys. But yeah, Charlie Munger, he was often referred to as Warren Buffett's right-hand man. And, the two were known for their shared investment philosophy, which ultimately emphasized the long-term value and their rationality and their patience. And Eddie Munger, he brought a deep understanding of psychology, human behavior to the partnership, which perfectly complemented Warren Buffett's financial acumen. And, together, these two built Berkshire Hathaway into one of the largest, most successful conglomerate businesses with a diverse portfolio of companies ranging anywhere from insurance to energy to consumer goods and technology. And Berkshire Hathaway's diverse portfolio of businesses, it really reflects the synergy between Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett's investment strategies. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider dropping a quick like for the video and also subscribe to the channel. And since we are live, if you could just drop a quick comment, let me know if you're able to see and hear me okay. Um, you know, 99 years old. What a blessing. I just want to touch base on some of the comments here. And if you guys could just drop a quick R.I.P. to Eddie Munger and his family. I'm pretty sure that, his entire family is really feeling and going through some grief at this point. So if you guys could just kindly drop a quick RIP in the comments, that would mean a lot to everyone. Yeah. So Berkshire Hathaway's very diverse portfolio of businesses really reflect the synergy that Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett had and implemented in their investment strategies. And just some of the bigger companies that they own together. You got Geico. Berkshire Hathaway bought this government employees insurance company known as Geico way back in 1996. We normally see the little cute gecko. Kind of looks like a frog, but he's really a lizard kind of thing. Anyway, under the leadership of Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett, Geico ended up becoming a giant in the auto industry, known for its clever advertising and competitive rates. You got Sea Candies, it's a confectionery company, and it was one of Berkshire Hathaway's earliest acquisitions back in 1972. And Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett's commitment to maintaining Sea Candy's quality and brand image, it really just kind of, exemplified their long-term approach to investing. Now, most people have heard of Dairy Queen. I don't know how many Dairy Queens there are in your area, but Berkshire Hathaway, they acquired Dairy Queen back in 1998. I'm not sure what your favorite menu item is on Dairy Queen, but this very iconic fast food chain continued to thrive under Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett's ownership, expanding globally and introducing, tons of new menu items. Then, of course, we've got BNSF Railway. Now, Berkshire Hathaway purchased the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway back in 2009, commonly known as BNSF. Now, this investment represented their belief in the long-term growth and potential of the transportation and logistics sector. Now, obviously, with the train derailments, that has left a lot of people unnerved, understandably so. But that kind of comes with the territory, and it looks like they're making some significant strides to try to improve those train derailment situations, and to try to make that occurrence happen less and less often. So, based on one of the recent Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting comments that I actually heard from, I forget who it was. It wasn't Warren Buffett who was speaking at the time, but it was actually someone else within Berkshire Hathaway, and they were speaking to the train derailments and how they're looking to make improvements. So, so there's that. Now, Apple, everybody's got an iPhone or knows someone who has an iPhone. Apple is one of the most successful, highest market cap companies on the planet. And, while Berkshire Hathaway, while Apple's not a Berkshire Hathaway subsidiary, Berkshire actually, as a company, holds a very significant stake in Apple. The investment in Apple as a company, which has been really exceptionally profitable, really showcases Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett's willingness to adapt to changing market dynamics. How many of you guys got the latest iPhone? What version? If you have an iPhone, what version of iPhone do you have right now? I think, what are they up to? Like iPhone 15 at this point? My kid was asking me for the new Apple. I forget what the new headset is that they're selling right now, but anyway, that's what's on his Christmas list. That, along with the new Meta eyeglasses that are made by Ray-Ban. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but I tried them on and they're pretty cool. It's got a built-in speaker that you don't even have to put in your ear. You can listen to music or whatever you're listening to. But those Ray-Ban Meta glasses look like they're going to be the next big thing. Only time will tell, more of the AI and virtual reality being implemented into our worlds. But, you guys, you guys let me know what you think. But real quick about the iPhones, do you rush out and buy the next iPhone as soon as it come out? Or do you feel like Apple just kind of keeps making the same iPhone with a new number, but it looks exactly the same? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I see a big difference between each version, but some people they still line up and rush out and get those new iPhones. And of course, we had Black Friday just recently, just a couple of days ago. And me and my wife, we couldn't even find a place to park. We could not even find a place to park at the mall. We wanted to go inside. Believe it or not, we totally forgot it was even Black Friday. But we wanted to go into the mall, and we couldn't figure out why there was so much traffic. And lo and behold, we realized, oh, it's Black Friday. Duh. So anyway, we didn't even go in there on Friday. We ended up going yesterday instead. We went into the mall on Cyber Monday and got better deals than Black Friday offered. It was kind of wild. And I don't know if you guys saw on Target how a lot of people were like going into Target stores and matter of fact, I need to share this on my Twitter. If you guys are not on my Twitter, go into the description of this video and check out my Twitter, because I'm going to put it on there. People were literally going into Target and they were comparing the current Black Friday price tag with what the price was before Black Friday. And it was wild. Like, most of the prices were either more expensive or the exact same. Let me know if you guys had seen that. It was all over TikTok, and that was kind of messed up how they did that. But I'm gonna share. Check out my TikTok after this live. I'm gonna share with you guys basically what they were doing with the price swaps. That was pretty messed up. A lot of people waited in line, had to park way at the back of the mall just to even get a parking spot, only to go inside of retailers like Target and get screwed. That's kind of messed up if you ask me. I'm just saying. But anyway, Charlie Munger's passing, it definitely leaves a void that will be very challenging to fill. Now, keep in mind, Warren Buffett, he's pretty up there in age too. So I'm just putting that out there, So while Warren Buffett remains the driving force behind Berkshire Hathaway, Eddie Munger's, his wisdom, his judgment definitely it was very integral to the decision-making process. And the absence of Eddie Munger is definitely going to lead to a shift in the company's leadership. And, investors in Berkshire Hathaway might be concerned about how is this loss going to impact the company's performance and their strategy. The stock price of Berkshire Hathaway could experience some short-term fluctuations as the market kind of digests the news and evaluates the implications. Beyond that, though, Eddie Munger and Warren Buffett's other investments both within and outside of Berkshire Hathaway might also undergo some changes. And their partnership, it extended way beyond their conglomerate, both men holding significant stakes in various other companies. So we'll definitely see what happens with that. Now, Charlie Munger, vice president of Berkshire Hathaway, you got Warren Buffett, long-term business partner. It's these are some impressive people. But one thing that I definitely want to share with you guys is some of the things that I've learned from them over the years. They've always shared some significant amounts of value and knowledge whenever I would hear them speak. And I think even if you only have one share of Berkshire Hathaway stock, you can attend the Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholder meeting and literally kind of hang out with them for a day and listen to them. But Eddie Munger's investment philosophy is kind of based on a combination of value investing and also behavioral psychology. Now, by the way, we have almost 350 people in this live. If you guys could drop a quick like for the video, I would totally appreciate that. If we can get 350 likes in here, that would be absolutely, absolutely amazing. And if you haven't already, make sure to get your free home warranty quote. There is a link in the description down below with your free home warranty quote. Number one, it only takes like 10 seconds, if that. But we ended up getting a free refrigerator not too long ago. I think it's like a month old now. And the reason is because the old refrigerator, it conked out on us. The ice maker stopped working, the freezer stopped working, and then eventually the refrigerator side stopped working. All of our food went bad. But long story short, The we got the home warranty company that I'm telling you guys about, and this is not a sponsored video. But anyway, we had this warranty, and it literally, they couldn't fix the refrigerator, so they said, "Hey, here's a check. Go get yourself a new refrigerator," and that's what we did. So we got a brand new refrigerator just in time for Thanksgiving. So that was pretty awesome. So anyway, if you want the same home warranty that we're using, I left a link for you guys in the description down below. I thought that was pretty cool. So I just figured I'd like share that with you guys. Anyway, so you might be thinking to yourself, you're where do we go from here? Well, one thing I definitely wanted to share with you guys is some of the key investment principles that Charlie Munger believed in, along with some very simple ways that even beginner investments can put these principles into practice. And, let's just start off with first and foremost. With any kind of investment, there's always risk. You can always lose some money. As the goal is to make money and to make, our money grow and build passive income and compound our investments through 401ks and IRAs and just regular investment brokerage accounts, right? But you have to realize that there is some degree of risk in pretty much anything you do, whether it's investing, driving to work. There's risk in driving to work. There's risk in crossing the street. But the thing is you still end up crossing the street. You just understand the risks, and you take precautions. You look both ways before you cross the street, and that's how I personally take investing. I'm not going to not invest because there's risk. The more you know, the more you can protect yourself, and the greater the likelihood that you'll make good decisions. Now, if we look at it from Charlie Munger's perspective, he says to seek a margin of safety. Charlie Munger emphasizes the importance of buying assets at significant discounts compared to their intrinsic value. And this provides a margin of safety, reducing the risk of permanent capital loss. And so what does this mean? To me, the way I see it is understand what a business is worth. And there are different calculations and ways to figure this out. And there's so much simple stuff out there. If you guys want to learn more about this, I'm sharing more and more information on our Patreon. You can join the Patreon for free. There's a link to the Patreon in the description of this video down below. And I just share, free information, what's going on with me. I share information related to investing and news updates, just all sorts of stuff on there that I don't necessarily share on the YouTube channel. So if you want to follow that, there's a link to the Patreon down below. One of the things, though, if I look at Charlie Munger's perspective on margin of safety and, the importance of buying assets at a significant discount compared to their intrinsic value means when the stock market crashes, don't go and, I'm not telling you what to do. This is me. I'm not going to just sell all my stocks because the stock market's crashing. That's what they want you to do. But smart money, and this is what the rich teach their kids, right? Rich people teach their kids to look for opportunities when the market crashes. And this is exactly what Charlie Munger was talking about, buying assets at significant discounts compared to their intrinsic value. If the housing market were to crash, we were talking about Florida's housing market problems going on right now. And, again, Florida's not the only one. California, Florida, Texas, New York, they all have issues going on right now with the housing market. Interest rates are at, 20-year highs. Las Vegas, I don't know if you've seen Las Vegas's housing market. What's going on, Patrick Lund? I see you, man. Hey, if you guys haven't said happy Thanksgiving to me since Thanksgiving, please just say happy Thanksgiving because I don't know if I had enough love from you guys. What's going on, Patrick? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. But the housing market, we're seeing an increased amount of property tax spikes, homeowners insurance spikes, and HOAs just, being a little bit ridiculous, if you know what I'm saying. And with mortgage rates at near 20-year highs, it is housing affordability has been as unaffordable as it has been in probably the last 20 years. Okay. So with that being said, especially in places like Florida, some of the big cities, Orlando, Miami, Pensacola, Tallahassee, there's a lot of cities around the United States that are going to see likely a little bit of a pullback in the housing market. Now, this doesn't mean you run out there and sell your house because the house value went down. This could mean that you look for deals while the housing market is down. Everybody's situation is going to be different, but regardless of whether the housing market is going up or the housing market is crashing, there's always deals to be made and there's always deals to be had. But the key is to understand what you're buying before you buy it. That way, you know if the deal is actually a deal. Because a lot of times you should just, I would say right now, there's a lot of properties on the market that I would just walk away from. And walking away from a property is a strategy. Maybe it makes more sense right now to rent today and not buy a house. Everybody's situation is going to be different and every deal is different. So we should approach each one on an independent basis, right? So just wanted to kind of elaborate on my take on, Eddie Munger's investment strategies from that perspective, right? And, as a beginner, focus on undervalued stocks and assets. Look for companies with strong fundamentals, trading below their intrinsic value, like Eddie Munger says. You want to utilize financial metrics like price to earnings ratios, price to book ratios, and discounted cash flow analysis to assess intrinsic value. Or you can look at some of the websites that I share with you guys that have literally already identified great opportunities and, I won't just say blindly go with those, but I would definitely check those out. There's like thousands of stocks that could be invested in. So I like being able to filter them down to maybe, 10, 15, 20, 30 stocks. Or you can just say, screw buying stocks. I just want the simpler way, which is just to invest in index funds. And that way you're buying a basket of great stocks and you don't have to be an expert on any one of them. So there's also that, right? But another principle that Eddie Munger shares and promotes and taught was like, think long term, right? So his principle, Eddie Munger is an advocate of long term investing. I mean, look at Warren Buffett. These are long term investors. They usually don't sell anything unless they have to, like unless, they own too much of a company and it's going to force their business to have to make some adjustments or concessions. Usually they buy and hold and basically keep profiting off the business's profitability and reinvest the dividends that are paid out. So, that's that. He believes in holding investments for extended periods of time in order to benefit from the compounding effect of their investment, right? So I think personally, if you just take some of these investment advice principles that Warren Buffett shared throughout the years, I think most people would do well. In fact, Warren Buffett, I thought it was pretty cool. I was watching Warren Buffett speak during one of his annual shareholder meetings, and he was talking about, someone asked him, like, how smart do you have to be a good investor, to make money investing in the stock market and stuff like that? And he basically really downplayed how smart you actually need to be. Like, you don't really have to be that smart in order to make money investing in the stock market, which is very, very cool. He said that the average person could literally invest in mutual funds or or index funds or ETFs and literally do just as well as someone with like a PhD. And I'm down with that. Like, this definitely gives the average, person a leg up in the investment game. So that was my take. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of get on here, share some information with you guys. If you haven't already, please drop a like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other channel, Truth Exposed. The feedback I'm getting from you guys is absolutely ridiculous over on Truth Exposed. I left a link for you guys in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to check out Truth Exposed. The new channel is just, it's popping over there. You guys are loving it, and I really appreciate that. And if you want to support the channel, there's a join button down below if you want to become a member. Don't have to, it's totally free. But if you do, I definitely appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Bud Gibson, hi Ron, what is going on? I see you, dude. Who else is in the comments? Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what city you guys are watching from today. We got Eteen Payette. Let's see. We've got Dina Davis. Sorry, didn't mean to screw up your name. We got Rational Man here. We got Texas Life. Julie, what is going on? Texas Life Julie says yes. Always do your research first. Absolutely. You ever hear the phrase ready, aim, fire? Yeah, that's like doing your research first. But a lot of people end up doing like ready, fire, aim. So like they fire before looking. They don't do the research first. So order is definitely important when it comes to execution, right? Rational Man says, yes, it's true. The economy is going to crumble. This is God shaking the world for his last harvest. Maybe investing in gold will help, but I'm just going to trust in God to tell me what to do. What do you guys think about that? Drop me some comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, guys, I hope you're doing well. Chad Worthington, Port Arthur, Texas. We got Daniel Alonso from Chicago. We got Texas Life from Midland. We got Cesar Rojas from Brooklyn, New York. What's going on, guys? Rondell from Auburn, Maine. We got Deanna Davis from Highland, Michigan. Beans, what's good, man? I see you. Jonathan G from Wichita, Kansas. We got Zelder Jennings from Omaha, Nebraska, which is the state and city, if I'm not mistaken, where Warren Buffett lives. Zelder, do you ever run into Warren Buffett like in the city of Omaha, Nebraska? Kind of wild. I hear he actually still drives himself to like McDonald's and buys like a Big Mac, large fries, and a Coke, just like any old regular person, even though he's like one of the richest people on the planet. But let me know what's good out there, man. In Omaha, Nebraska. But like I said, guys, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I hope this was informative for you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all take care.